Hello everyone, welcome back to Lights, Camera and Conversation. I'm Lotty Wiltshaw and I'm joined by the Mr. Siddique Amin, who runs La Romantica. Sid,
Hi.
welcome to our podcast.
Thank you for having me.
So, what we're going to chat about?
Bit of everything, I think.
Bit of everything, bit of business, bit of films,
Yeah.
bit of stories, anything that might take your interest.
Yeah, we're good with that.
Where should we start? Should we start with where it all began?
Yes, that would be a good idea.
How did it begin then? Tell the audience, how did it begin?
I think we met originally at SCE Solicitors.
Yeah, we did.
Can't even remember how long it was. 3, 4, I don't know. I can't remember. Was it before COVID?
Yeah, it was pre-COVID.
Right, pre-COVID, so
a few years ago.
At least 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right, and it was, you were shooting and interviewing people.
Shooting and interviewing.
Yes.
Filming. Let's
yeah,
clarify.
that filming, yeah.
We weren't going around on some sort of massacre or anything.
No. And we met there, and you guys did a really good job, and then we had a meeting, and then we've been working together ever since.
We have. Well, I seem to remember you doing a really good job because, well, I interview a lot of people, I guess, in my line of work, especially when you're doing interviews with people in different businesses. And that was the thing that did strike me when I did chat to you and had an interview, because you're just very good. Like, you're a natural. Just, it was like, yeah, Sid's got it. Question and answer, no ums, ahs, gaps. You were just perfect delivery. And I was like, oh, this one's going to be easy to edit. So thanks for that.
All right, no problem. That was my first ever interview as well.
Was it actually?
Yeah,
on camera?
Yeah. On camera, apart from maybe something for like 10 seconds somewhere in my past.
Yeah.
But yeah, first ever real interview. And yeah, I just thought, I was just trying to be myself.
Yeah.
And you guys made it easy. So, it worked.
I think being yourself is a real key thing when it comes to sort of just video capture, because obviously with a lot of time with video you are trying to tell stories, aren't you? And the more genuine and authentic and honest you can be with your audience, the better, really. But I mean, it's kind of come a long way now, hasn't it? Because obviously we're doing a lot of video work for you now. Yeah. And you're always on camera. There's always something going on, right? You're natural.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, we've actually progressed a lot, and that's down to working together closely. And we all have ideas, but the team, yourself, and even the guys at work, and we kind of bring that all together, and now it's progressed. And we've progressed as a business, so now we're doing more things that need highlighting.
Yeah.
And that gives the opportunity to make more videos and social media posts and so on. And you guys are helping with all of it, including the posts on YouTube and what's that other thing called? Right.
What, social media?
Oh yeah, one of the other ones. Facebook. Oh yeah, that's one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That
but
one.
it's not being changed, has it? It's
No.
like Twitter's suddenly something else.
Oh, that
X
yeah.
or something.
Why? Sorry, no,
Why?
X. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Facebook should have a bit of a facelift. Just call it Why?
Yeah, it should be called facelift.
I love it. So it's like video as a strategy is working well in your business. So, I mean, what do you guys do? I guess tell the audience like a little bit about what your line of business is.
Yeah, so we manufacture beds, mattresses, headboards here in the UK, and we supply them to retailers across the country. But the main thing for us is, okay, that's what we that's what we make.
Yeah.
But we actually sell sleep.
Yeah. Right?
We want people to have a good night's sleep. And to get that message out there, you guys are like at the forefront of all of that. And we're also trying to give back. So we're doing a lot more in the local communities, at local sports clubs, kids sports clubs, and also charities and things like that. And I think that's vitally important as well. And you guys have helped with that as well. So yeah. All good.
You guys are really good at that stuff. I mean, we work with a lot of different businesses and they have various sort of CSR programs, but you're always, I think that's the one thing that I think is, is particularly good in that sense, because you're very open to trying lots of different things. You get involved with so many charities. And you're a busy guy, you run a business, and I know obviously you've got business partners as well, and there's a team, but all that stuff takes up a lot of your own personal time, you can tell that you're very passionate about it.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of my time, but I'm only
really
allowed to give it that much time because of the people, the partners and everybody in the business that can kind of take that away and really, look after all the production and everything else. And, and that, I must say, over the last 3 years has come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot to thank them for,
yeah.
Which then allows us to actually build on the marketing and build the business and build our presence and so on, which is becoming more and more important. And I've only realised that through working with you, because before that, why should we bother doing this?
It's your profile, isn't it?
Yeah, why should we bother doing this? We don't need to do that. Save that money for this. But what people don't realise is, when you're actually spending that money, how much you gain because of it. And you don't know when you're doing it, when you're actually starting to think, hang on a minute, why am I doing this? Am I really sure you'd buy into the machine or do this and that and the other? But there is, when you see the benefit of it afterwards, profile, but also sales, because it comes at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's got to feed back, hasn't it?
It's got to feed back,
objectives,
right? Yeah, and that's definitely happening now.
Good.
So yeah, long may it continue.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a good got some good momentum, I think, going at the moment, which I think is probably a good word for it. So what's next for La Romantica? What's, over the next year and a half, where do you sort of see the business going? Are we talking scaling up? Are we talking growth? Where's your focus at?
Sustainability.
Okay.
Right. That's the way we're going, because it's vitally important that we protect our planet, and we're all involved in this, and it's everyone's duty to do their bit, and so we're actively now going down that road. We're going to make we are virtually now. We're making sustainable mattresses, more and more sustainable, and on top of that, we're also catering for. We're going to make a vegan mattress. We're going to make a more sports-related product.
Yeah.
So that's the way we're going. And let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's where we need you guys.
Yeah. It sounds interesting, because it's a real kind of, you're just focusing in on your products, aren't you? And then how you're making them environmentally aware. And it's certainly, I think sustainability is definitely on a lot of companies' agendas at the moment, is just protecting the planet, and you've got to think about the next generation coming through. It's just such a topical issue at the moment that people need to kind of get on board with. So that sounds like really good. Sounds like there's lots of opportunity there. So I guess you talk about you want people to have a good night's sleep, and that's kind of at the forefront of the products that you obviously sell. So what do you think, how do you think people can get a good night's sleep? Because obviously the mattress, is a big part of it, but I guess there's quite a few different aspects, aren't there, with getting a good sleep routine going? There
are different aspects to it, but on a personal level, the mattress is probably the most important thing, right? And the reason that is it's vitally important that you have the right one that gives you the right amount of comfort and support where you need it. And is that just a personal preference to you in terms of, you go and try different mattresses? You need to try before you buy, basically, because otherwise you've got no idea. And remember, you spend a third of your life in bed. It's a lot of time, isn't it? A minimum 6 hours every day. You don't spend 6 hours in your car, you don't spend 6 hours on your sofa or anything like that, and we're quite prepared to spend a lot of money on that kind of stuff, sofas and cars. But the mattress kind of gets neglected. But if you have the right mattress and you get a good night's sleep, you might think that you're having a good night's sleep, but you don't know how much you're tossing and turning at night, even while when you're kind of half asleep. Right. So the only way you'd know that is how well you feel in the morning afterwards, and how well you perform at work or anything else during the day, and how you feel. When we have a bad night's sleep, we tell everybody about it. Yeah, that is true. Right, so we're there going, anybody give you a call, how are you today? Oh, an awful night's sleep. You know, don't feel right today. Don't fancy doing anything. I just need a nap. And that kind of a scenario, you know that. So for that reason, that is vitally important. The other thing is, there are many other factors, like what time you eat before you go to bed, what kind of things you eat, sugar, caffeine,
well,
and
cheese.
so on.
Cheese is meant to be not great, is it? If you eat cheese past a certain time, you get
That's
all
new
these
to me.
crazy dreams. Have you not had that?
No.
You eat cheese, yeah. If you eat cheese late, and I don't know if it's something to do with the way in which you digest it, and it's slower to digest.
Wow.
But that's pretty sure that is a known thing. Like, oh, if you eat cheese late, you'll have crazy dreams. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those tales that.
But you don't know, But at the end of the day, if you can negate some of that if you have a nice mattress.
Yeah.
That's comfortable, and that gives you the longest time. Like, everybody wakes up during the night, even when they don't know it. They wake up for a certain amount of time. But if you can get a longer period where you are fast asleep, then that's going to have massive benefits for your health and well-being, as well as how you perform the next day.
Okay. So what's your view on having a TV in the bedroom?
No. Or, the blue light and so on and everything like that. It's going to take longer for your brain to settle down if you're watching TV at that point. It's a no-no for me.
Yeah, I don't have a TV in the bedroom, to be fair. I think for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get into the habit, can't you? Just like having a little scroll through your phone sometimes.
That's another thing. You can actually buy, blue light reduction glasses and so on and everything like that, just to put them on an hour and a half before you go to bed. That allows everything to settle down. That's
or you could just put your phone away and go old school and get
that
a book
ain't
out.
happening, is it?
Get a book out.
That's not happening.
And you literally sit there, you think, oh, well, I'll read this, and after 1 minute you're like...
That does actually,
I'm gone.
When you read a book, that does do that. But yeah, I don't think that's the way people are going now.
No.
Unfortunately.
Well, we're into film, aren't we? This is it. We're into the movies. What kind of movies do you enjoy when you do you go to the cinema? Do you get out
every
to
so
the cinema?
often? I just watched Oppenheimer.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk around that at the moment. How did you find it?
It's quite intense. And it's all based on dialogue virtually. There's apart from the odd little bit, but it's really well made. It's a fantastic movie.
See, it's quite interesting in bringing a film out like that. That's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
That's centered around more limited characters and very dialogue based.
Yes.
Because that is a very long way away from all the Marvel films that come out, for example, that's like, let's just hit everyone with the explosions and the CGI and, wow people's socks off. And, you've got that completely the other side of it. So
exactly. I mean, I don't want to give too much away because quite obviously it's a new film. You don't want people to know about it right now.
No spoilers.
And no spoilers.
I haven't seen it.
But it is excellent.
Yeah.
It is excellent.
One to go and watch. What about Barbie? That's another film that's getting a bit of press at the moment.
Yeah, apparently, anybody who's been to watch it has said it's amazing.
Really? They've enjoyed it?
I've not been to watch it, but that's people that were even sceptical. Oh no, you have to drag a kid with you just in case, right? So everybody thinks, what are you doing watching Barbie? But they've gone and they've turned around and said, I can't believe it.
It's good.
Some people have actually said it's a masterpiece. Right,
wow.
So these are well-known people in the press, and you're like, hang on a minute, right? So yeah, it's getting good reviews.
Top film of all time. Maybe not. I mean, it could go on the list for some people. What would you say your top film is of all time?
Shawshank Redemption.
Well, that's mine as well.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
great minds think alike.
This is it. Well, we've already established we've had the same breakfast this morning.
I can't believe that. That's just a crazy coincidence.
Poached egg on toast.
Yes.
Sourdough.
Avocado.
With avocado. Exactly the same.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I had this morning.
Great minds. So why do you like Shawshank then? What is it about that particular movie that you like?
I like happy endings.
Yeah.
Right, and that's got an iconic ending.
Yeah. With the beach at the end.
Yes.
That shot where it pulls away and
yes.
the two of them are
and the two of them are there
yeah.
and they're meeting together, and it's your emotions just go
yeah
like that. And it does that all the way through the movie. There are points where it does that all the way through the
There's
movie.
hope, isn't there, in that film?
Yes.
Because obviously he's been, wrongly convicted.
Yes.
And, it's that sort of survival, isn't it, of this person's to kind of keep their mind strong. And, so it's a great film about hope and friendship, I think. And
exactly.
Adversity and overcoming that.
And one of the best scenes is them guys sat on top of the... on the top of the building, having a beer, right, and that's all down to him, where he's kind of he doesn't think about himself, even though he's in this kind of situation, and he knows he shouldn't even be there. He still does things like that. Or when he turns up the music, when he locks the warden's office, and he just turns up the music, and they just hear this opera singer, even though they don't know what the hell she's talking about. That's another amazing scene.
There's a lot of good moments in that film, I must admit. It is an absolute classic, and it really does rate very highly on IMDb, does that film. I think for a lot of people it's just got that classic, it's that full story, and you can really, again, that is an example of those kind of films that I enjoy, where it's around characters, and there's a deep character, and there's the backstory, and you learn about these people and you develop feelings towards them, and that's like them part of it, isn't it? You go on this journey with them. It's
brilliant in that sense, and the other thing is that can just come on the TV. You can just be flicking and it's on, and it can be halfway through, 20 minutes left, but you're not going to go onto any other. You're going to flick another channel. I'll still watch it even if there's only 20 minutes. I'll just watch it, right, because it just gets you every time.
Sometimes, do you not find that if a film comes on the TV, and you almost enjoy it more than when you've selected
when you've already seen it.
Or when you've just come across it and like, oh, that song.
That's exactly the same as when you listen to music, right? So you'll have a playlist and the song will come on and you flick over it and go, oh, bloody hell, I've heard that before. And then it'll come on the radio and you're like, oh, that's really nice.
I love that song.
Right, it's brilliant. And you're like, how the hell's that happen, right? I only just flicked over it on my playlist 10 minutes ago and now I'm listening to the same song. But that's how it works, isn't it?
It is.
When you just come across it.
Yeah, we're very lucky. I think there's lots now, isn't there, that we can sort of enjoy, entertainment wise and whatnot. We can access lots of different things. So, yeah. Well, I think that's been a good chat.
It has.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm ready for a nap now.
Yeah, that's it. Go and get yourself a good mattress from La Romantica.
Yeah, and if you can't do that, watch a good movie.
That's it.
Yeah, and get to bed.
But not in bed though.
Not in bed.
You're saying don't watch a movie in bed. I don't know. I might the odd movie in bed every now and again, maybe.
No.